Welcome back, Cybercats fans, and welcome to round number 4 of the PlayVS Rocket League playoffs. We have the Cybercats taking on the Bulldogs in a best-of-7 matchup. Nice shot and block by the Cybercats there. The second one ends up missing by about a foot. And very good defense so far by the Bulldogs. A nice 50 attempt and win by Togs. He's unable to get there on time though, but he puts a nice one in front of the goal. And the goalie is there to save that one, to prevent the first score of the game so far. It appears to be a very even matchup. This should be an interesting and competitive series for sure. And a nice pass by Benny over the middle, but unfortunately no Cybercats were there to hit the ball, as they were most likely recovering and trying to regain their boost. We have an open net situation right here, and it just goes in. Togs is able to catch up. He actually, luckily, was slowed down enough where the ball had just enough room to bounce off the backboard. Plus, he got a good bounce back towards the inside of the net, and the Cybercats are able to put the first point on the board. 3.5 minutes remaining of game number 1. And the Bulldogs were there to clear it up. They actually got a few shots on goal over the last 30 seconds or so, and this one they were able to sneak right by the defender and tie this series up, tie the game up, I'm sorry. 1-1, 2.5 minutes remaining. A nice hit over the second defender, but as good defenses usually do, they'll leave another man back in the goal. He was there and available, and an open net unfortunately gets right past Togs and rolls in. Bulldogs take a 1-point game 1 lead. Still plenty of time remaining, but that one's gonna hurt if you're Togs. Very awkward position to be in there. The ball just hovering in. Togs got just a little bit too far underneath that one. Tried to buy some time by hitting the ball high above the goal, but unfortunately for the Cybercats, the only players there available to hit that one afterwards were on the side of the Bulldogs. And they take a 2-point lead in game number 1. And a nice shot by Buckeye. He's able to get that over the defender. It looks like, I don't know if the defender ends up running out of boost here. They had the advantage to get to that one first, but Buckeye used his boost properly. Nice acceleration and a good shot on goal. Cuts the lead back down to 1. And the Cybercats still with a minute and a half here to try and tie this one back up, but Togs is going to miss that one. A demo by the Cybercats, but the Bulldogs respond with a demo of their own to get this possession back. And this one should be okay for the Cybercats as they had a man on the backboard that was available to hit that one. They need to create some pressure here in the corner, and they do, but the second man that should have been there for the shot was a little bit too close up. Benny doesn't care though. As a third man, he goes for it and he hits it into the left side of the goal, and the Cybercats tie this game up 3-3. Just under a minute remaining, not a lot of time. We may see this one go into overtime, but still enough time for someone to seal this game and take a 1-0 series lead. We'll see who that is. Unfortunately, a backflip by Benny, but there were no attackers from the Bulldogs side to hit that after, so he was able to recover. It does look like the Cybercats, though, have missed a few simple ones on the ground, but the ball is still on the Bulldogs side of the field. No goalie back for the Cybercats, so they're going to need to get a good stop here. You don't want to hit that back towards the goal. And with 0 seconds left, the Bulldogs are able to place that one perfectly on the ground. The ball hits the ground here with maybe a millisecond remaining. Just enough time to get the ball up, and the Bulldogs put that in for a 0-second goal, and they win game number 1. Nice job for Togs to cheat up there on the kickoff. He had an opportunity there to get a flick in an early goal, but he was unable to do so. Just couldn't get his car underneath the ball enough to get that one up, and the Bulldogs were able to recover and save that. And the Cybercats need to get this out of here. They have time. They don't need to rush it. They end up rushing it a little bit too much to make some type of push. And a good hit off the second bounce ends up going just a bit too high and over the goalpost, and a demo by the Bulldogs as well. They did have 3 people in the corner though. They are going to be in an awkward position. Benny was unable to get there on time as the ball hit right off the top of the ceiling towards the net, and Togs hits that shot a little bit too high as well. It's still important to note though that the Cybercats are putting a lot of pressure on this Bulldogs team, which is exactly what they need to do. They weren't able to steal any of the corner boost though, and the Bulldogs had enough to make a push to the opposite side of the field. And this is going to put the Cybercats in a 1v1. They found themselves out of it. Togs should be able to take a good turn on this, and he does hit it to the corner, but a Bulldog defender is there. He does pop the ball up. And again, the Cybercats seem to be getting a little bit just too close to the net. And a lot of that excitement will start to go away as these games progress. A perfect double tap. He dribbles it off the ground from the wall shot and Togs had enough boost to stay above the ball. Timed it up perfectly, and those are nearly impossible to save. There's no way you can save those ones with Togs there. And he puts the first point on the board of game number 2. Nice pass off the wall, and the third man on the Bulldogs was able to save that. Thankfully for the Cybercats, the third man did not commit, so he was back in a good position on defense. And the Cybercats got to get to this one quickly. And they do. I don't know if they're going to win this one off the wall. They do win that one as well. Very close opportunities there by the Bulldogs. Togs ends up stopping that one, and Benny drives a little bit too quick. When the ball's that low off the wall, it becomes difficult to use your jump. I don't know if that ended up being an own goal. I think it was. Unfortunately, the defender pinched it off their own wall, and it goes into the goal. Buckeye's going to be the one that gets the credit for that one, and the Cybercats will certainly take it as they get a 2-goal lead in game number 2 with plenty of time, just over 2 minutes remaining in game number 2. I did hear the demo. I don't know from who. It appears that both demos were on the Cybercats players. A nice shot attempt. Just not enough power behind it, so the defenders had enough time to react. This is going to be awkward for the defense. No one ended up being there to take the shot on the Cybercats, and they need to get a good hit here off the wall. There is a player there to hit it. He ends up stealing that one from his own teammate, and he's going to go for a ceiling shot. Misses the second shot attempt. The Cybercats also went up for that one to create some offense. And if Togs is the one with the hit, I don't know if he got confused there by his own player getting in front of him on the ball, but he didn't get a good hit on that one, so he was unable to get their third goal. But they need to continue to keep the pressure on this offensive half of the field. Don't allow the Bulldogs to create their own offense, and hold on with as much time as currently remaining. They end up getting the demo. They should get this rebound, and Togs ends up missing it. Another shot off the backboard, and let's see if the Cybercats can clean it up. They do. That's Benny. There's only 49 seconds remaining in game number 3. That should be enough time for the Cybercats to hold on. Of course, anything is possible. You still got to continue to be aggressive here. They are up 3 in game number 2. And this is the kind of momentum that the Cybercats need as they head into game number 3. 40 seconds remaining. They are continuing to be aggressive. About 10 seconds remaining in game number 3, and it's nearly impossible to come back from this deficit if you're the Bulldogs. And a final shot, Togs is going to put one more back on the board. That's just going to make his stats look a little bit better at the end of this series, but at the end of the game, this game's still only worth 1. You want to carry that confidence and momentum heading into game number 3. That's going to tie the series up as soon as this ball hits the ground. And there we have it. 1-1 Cybercats. Remember, this is a best of 7. Like I said at the top of this series, this is going to be an exciting one. These two teams are fairly evenly matched, and you can see that here already. 1 game apiece. Cybercats versus Bulldogs. One thing I'll note, if you are a Cybercat fan, I'd like to see the Cybercats get a little bit more control off of the wall. Most of their misses have come from there, and the Bulldogs are not missing those. And that kind of hurts the offense when your team, if you're second or third man, you're expecting your teammate to get a good hit off the wall, and if they miss it, you have a lot of recovering to do. So hopefully the Cybercats are able to clean that up. Togs is going to get a shot here. He is able to sneak it past the defender, but not accurate enough to go towards the net. Benny does go up for that one. It does bounce off the ground though, and the Bulldogs player reacted perfectly. He didn't get too excited, he let it bounce, and he was there to hit it. But a nice shot by Benny. And just like I was saying, I thought the Cybercats needed to clean up a little bit of their positioning on the wall. That one does take an awkward bounce. Those are very difficult to defend. And the Cybercats end up letting that one bounce in front of the net for an open shot. And the Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead in game number 3. And the Bulldogs add another one to their total. Similar play. It ended up being a 50-50 that they end up winning, but the Cybercats didn't have enough control on the back wall. Looks like Benny ended up maybe going for boost, or he wasn't sure about where that ball was going to bounce. And he couldn't recover on time. Bulldogs took advantage of that one, and they put their second point on the board. They have a 2-0 game 3 lead. Series is tied 1-1 at the moment. And a nice recovery. I actually thought that Buckeye was going to be a little bit too close to that one, but he proved me wrong, like he has been almost every game so far in these playoffs, and he hit that one in. Nice control, didn't rush it. Cuts the lead back down to 1. Still 3 minutes remaining in game number 3. Benny almost gets another one in. Perfect shot placement there. Gets it over the first defender, but was unable to get it over the last one. And the Cybercats need to be careful here. They are trying to keep the ball moving in the offensive side of the field for them. And a nice flick attempt, but the defender read that one perfectly. And the aerial hit ends up being hit by the Bulldogs. Buckeye did a nice job there, just taking his time, making sure that you have control and you hit it exactly where you want to. He did just that. Very close shot attempt. And a double commit by the Cybercats. It's going to be hard to create offense by doing that. Togs was the nice shot that ends up hitting the roof of the defender's car. This one's going to fall in the top right corner. Ends up getting a second hit on it, though I don't know if that was intentional. and that's not going to be good, but a nice save, and you got to get this one out of the corner. No boost by Togs, but enough to put it in the middle. You got to let that one go. They do not. If I'm the Cybercats there, I'm calling that one out as the third man and saying, hey, I got it. Even though you're unsure sometimes as the second man where the defense is, the third man's got to call that one out so you can get a much cleaner shot on goal there. We're going to get one more shot attempt, and they are unable to get a clean look. I don't think he had enough boost available to get himself back into good position there. Very close game 3. The Bulldogs were able to hold on to their lead for the last minute or so in that game. And they are up 2-1 on the Cybercats, heading into game number 4. A nice double tap attempt that ends up getting missed, and then the second man on the Cybercats, I think he thought he was going to lose that challenge. I don't think he thought he was going to be the first one to the ball there, so he ended up giving up, which the defense also ended up giving up, and so the ball was just awkwardly bouncing in front of the Bulldogs net. This is going to be difficult for them, and the Cybercats just missed that one. I didn't see who that was that took the shot. He had an open net, and he was unable to get that one in. And that doesn't feel good, but you want to make sure that you still stay aggressive, keep the communications. And I was unsure if that one was going to go in, but the Bulldogs were going to save that one regardless. And the last man, Togs, was just a little bit too far up on the defense there, and a nice flick over both defenders on the Cybercats ends up scoring. Just over 3 minutes remaining in game number 4, and they have a 1-0 game lead. Game number 4. A nice pass by Togs. We'll see if Benny is able to get a second hit. He is not, but Togs does. And just not enough power. Ends up hitting the underside of his car instead of the corner where you want it. But a nice shot. Cybercats have had some good shots and some good opportunities here. Just unable to capitalize so far. said a player left the match, but I believe it was just a spectator. It looks like all players are still here. It's going to be a nice hit. We should have an open net here. And the Cybercats were able to end up getting that. The first player ends up flying right by the ball, but it didn't matter as Buckeye was available to rotate back, center, and tie up this game. 1-1 Cybercats. Or, I'm sorry, 1-1 tie game. You got to get back on this one. They were unable to do so. The demo ends up happening at almost the same time as the shot. And that's an unfortunate bounce for Benny. You do want to clear it, but ends up being a pass back to the middle, and a shot goes in for the Bulldogs, and they take a 1-point lead back in game number 4. You have an open net situation here. If you're the Cybercats, you need to catch up to this one. And they weren't able to capitalize on time as the Bulldogs were able to get back on defense. That also ended up rolling up the wall, which is not what you want to see as the Cybercats. You want at least a light bounce. And a nice dribble attempt. Unable to get it over the defender. Did everything right before that. And the Bulldogs hold on. They take a 3-1 series lead. All of these games have been extremely close so far. Bulldogs are on match point. But the Cybercats are certainly not out of it. They have been in every single one of these games. And if they can just correct maybe 1 or 2 plays here, they have a chance to come back. Nice ceiling shot attempt. Ends up actually confusing the defense of the Cybercats. A few of them were still out of position after that one hit the back wall. And no one there to recover. Bulldogs take the first point here. Remember, they're in match point. They have a 1-0 Game 5 lead. Nice shot and a nice save by the Bulldogs. And another shot in an open net. Nobody back there on the defense. I was surprised to see that, I guess, with how well the Bulldogs defense has been playing so far in this game. And the Cybercats tie this game up 1-1, game number 5. Just as close as all of the other games have been so far. And we'll see if the Cybercats are able to capitalize here on this one. And very quickly, the Bulldogs respond to the last goal by the Cybercats and score another one, and they are up 1 again in Game 5, 2-1. No boost by Benny. Cybercats are able to get it, and they should have a shot. Ends up being a pass, but unfortunately the Bulldogs were there, not the Cybercats. And the Cybercats are still on offense. A nice second hit off the ceiling. And this isn't going to be good. Oh, Cybercats Togs is able to get back just on time. He only has 11 boost. Mid boost ends up getting stolen right in front of him. And you got to get to this one as the last man. This is going to be difficult off the back wall. And the Bulldogs are able to get that in the corner. One of the Cybercats was stuck awkwardly on the back wall. He probably did not have his boost. That was Benny. Or he didn't have his jump, so he just had to watch that one slowly go in. The Bulldogs take a 2-point lead. They're on match point. The Cybercats need to come back. They have plenty of time to do so. We'll see if they're able to make that happen. And a nice second hit by Togs. I did not see that coming. And that was perfect positioning. Buckeye ends up hitting that one down. I thought that was going to be the shot and maybe a block, and Togs said, I got this. And he puts it in. He brings the Cybercats back within 1. There's still 30 seconds remaining. Cybercats need to cheat up here on the kickoff, and they do. And they need to just keep control of this possession, get another flick. They cannot. It's going to take a hard bounce off the wall. And Benny goes up just to keep it on the orange side of the field. We need to win this off the wall. And they do. That passes up to the middle. Bulldogs are able to get back for the block. I don't know if there's any Cybercats back to hit that. And they're going to be out of position, unfortunately. Great job by the Bulldogs and a great season by the Cybercats. They did unbelievable. I'm definitely very proud of how well they played this season. This was their first season together in play versus. They will definitely be back stronger than ever. Congratulations again to the Bulldogs. Good luck to them going forward in the rest of the playoffs. I'll definitely be watching to see how well they do. And for everybody watching, thank you so much. This was the last team for the Cybercats that were still in the playoffs. So our Cybercats playoff run has ended here today, unfortunately. But we will be back. Continue to follow us on Twitter or here on Twitch. And we'll keep you updated, and we'll be back. Thanks, guys.